Chapter 4. I started to feel a lot better as I flew along, letting the breeze wash away all the horrible and annoying things that had happened that day. I was the sparkling witch Mirabell, a shooting star whizzing across the sky, and I was going to make sure that nothing else bad happened from now on. I felt almost back to my usual self again by the time I spotted Wilbur in the sky, waiting for me by the edge of the forest. "Hello, Wilbur," I said cheerily. "Did you have a nice day at water school?" Wilbur didn't reply. Instead, he creased up with laughter. "What are you wearing?" he asked. "That dress makes you look like a slug." "Wilbur!" I shouted, my bad mood immediately tumbling back with full force. "I don't look like a slug." I lurched towards him in the air and almost fell off my broomstick. "Whoa," said Wilbur, looking worried for a moment. "Okay, you don't look like a slug. Let's go home." I followed my brother through the air, sitting. It had been a mostly horrid day, and now Wilbur was laughing at my outfit. It was a horrible outfit, but still, why did brothers have to be so annoying? When I get home, I stumped inside without even saying hello to Mom and Dad properly. I wanted to get up to my bedroom where no one could annoy me. "Where are you wearing that dress, Mirabell?" called Mom as I pushed past her in the porch. "Did you have an accident at school?" I didn't answer but ran upstairs to my room and leaped under the covers of my bed. Too late. I had forgotten that there was a pool of sticky purple goo still on my pillow, and now it was all stuck in my hair again. "Arr!" I yelled, leaping back up again. Today was the worst day in the history of the world. I would have to wash my hair again, and I really couldn't be bothered. I walked across to my window, picking my way over all the clothes and spare ingredients that were strewn across the floor and stared out, putting my chin in my hands. I didn't want to go back downstairs and see my family right now, but my tummy was rumbling. And where was Violet? I thought she had followed me up to my bedroom, but now that I looked around, I couldn't see her anywhere. Hurriedly, I put my hat on my head to hide the goo and made my way downstairs to the kitchen. I would try once more to turn this day around. A chocolate biscuit would make me feel much better. "Where's Violet?" I asked, opening the snack cupboard and rummaging for the chocolate biscuits. "In the sitting room, I think," said Mom. "Don't eat too many biscuits before dinner, Mirabell." "I won't," I said. "I can't find them anyway. Where are they?" "I think Wilbur took them," said Mom. "Oh," I said. "Where's Wilbur?" "In the sitting room," said Mom. "Are you all right, Mirabell? You seem a little bit—" But I didn't hang around to hear what Mom had to say. I whizzed straight out of the kitchen and into the sitting room, where a sight so awful met my eyes that I almost exploded with rage. Violet was sitting curled up on the sofa with Wilbur, and he was stroking her. Tiny purple sparks were fizzing happily from her snout. And on the coffee table in front of Wilbur was an empty packet of chocolate biscuits. "Wilbur!" I shouted. Wilbur jumped in surprise and looked around. "What?" he asked. "You've eaten all the chocolate biscuits!" I shouted. Wilbur glanced at the empty packet on the table and looked a tiny bit guilty. "There were only 3 left," he said. "Well, you should have saved one for me," I shouted, feeling tears spring to my eyes. "You know they're my favorite biscuits, with the dark chocolate and the jam and the marshmallow and—" Wilbur stared at me, shocked. "I didn't think," he said. "Anyway, I didn't eat all 3. Violet had half of one." Violet looked up at me, and now I could see she had chocolate all round her mouth. No wonder she had been so happy cuddling up to Wilbur like that. Come to me, Violet, I said, holding my arms out towards her. Violet just looked at me and blinked. Come, I said, a little more forcefully now. Violet's happy here, said Wilbur. We're watching my Wizard's game show. Violet will be happier with me, I said. She's my dragon after all. Well, I think it's unfair that you have a dragon, said Wilbur. Why can't I pet her sometimes? She's mine, I said. She's mine right now, said Wilbur. I think she prefers me. Look, she doesn't want to come to you anyway. She does, I said. Come, Violet. Violet blinked and looked a tiny bit confused, but she didn't move from the crook of Wilbur's arm. See, said Wilbur, and he looked so smug and pleased with himself in that moment, with chocolate biscuit crumbs all round his mouth, that I thought I would explode with fury. I had such a bad day, and nobody understood. I reached into the pocket of my horrible dress and pulled out a tiny bottle of a frog potion. What are you doing? Asked Wilbur, staring at me suspiciously. You see, I said, pulling off the stopper. I felt so cross that I didn't care about getting into trouble anymore. Angry mischief bubbled and popped inside me. Wilbur leaped up off the sofa. He was still holding Violet tightly in his arms. If you throw that on me, then it will go on Violet too, he said. So you'd better not. I'm not going to throw it on Violet, I said, advancing towards my brother. Come to me, Violet, come. Violet was fully awake now. She wrigged in Wilbur's arms. Let her go, Wilbur, I shouted. She wants to be free. No, yelled Wilbur, running around to the other side of the room. I chased after him. Suddenly, Violet popped out of a purple flame. Ow! Shrieked Wilbur, letting go of her immediately so that she fluttered up into the air, snorting indignantly. Wilbur changed course and started running towards the kitchen. Mom! Dad! He shouted. Mirabell's being naughty! It was now or never. I threw my arm back and flung the potion towards Wilbur's back, just as he disappeared through the kitchen door and Dad poked his head around it. What's going? He began as the powdery potion whizzed through the air and hit him square in the face. Oops.